What's going on, y'all? Five Sports Talk back at it with another video, talking some NFL. Yes, finally talking about my divisional round playoff predictions for you guys, and I promise you I'll be bringing it. So here it is, my predictions for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and let's get started with the first game, the Seattle Seahawks at the Atlanta Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons are favored by 5 points in this game. Last time I checked, it was 5. The line might have moved a little bit. So they are the favorites in this matchup, and they should be. Atlanta's been very good all season long, and they've been one of the top teams in the NFL, not just the NFC. But with that being said, hear me out. This is not going to be an easy game for the Atlanta Falcons. The Seattle Seahawks, yes, I know they've lost a little bit of that luster. No Earl Thomas. They haven't been as prolific with their defense. Their running game has been very inconsistent. But in their recent stretch, and I'm talking about that impressive win coming off beating the Detroit Lions in the wild card game, and the games before that, they're 3-1 in their last 4. Russell Wilson has thrown for 10 touchdowns to just 1 interception over that stretch. So he's been playing much better. He had a down year this year, but he caught fire late. And you know what? I like the Seattle team. I like them a lot. I think that veteran leadership still on the defense, I think having playoff experience plays a part here. Now, if we look at the actual rankings, Atlanta's defense is actually very, very bad. They're 28th in the pass, 17th against the rush. And we saw last week with the rush game, if Thomas Rawls can come out and rush like that, the key for me will be, I already think Russell Wilson will carve up the Falcons defense, but I need Thomas Rawls to come through with another performance like that to sort of balance it out. Because if Russell Wilson has to sit back and pass the entire game, the Seahawks O-line is going to get exposed, and I will not be a fan of that. But with that being said, I like the Seattle Seahawks in this matchup. Yes, I'm taking the upset. So I like the Seahawks flat out over the Atlanta Falcons. And the reasons, like I mentioned, the Falcons defense is not nowhere near as good as the Seahawks defense. So I think Matt Ryan and company are going to have a considerably harder time moving the ball on them. In that matchup, I know that when they lost to the Seahawks early this year because of that, one play in which the referees, quote-unquote, robbed the Falcons, and Richard Sherman made that play. Obviously, there was a lot of controversy around that. But the fact is, it was still a very close game, and that's what I'm expecting this one to be as well. And I like the Seahawks to squeeze this one out because of those reasons, like I mentioned. Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman did not have good games. Julio Jones has a tendency to disappear at times, and I feel like the Seahawks will game plan to do just that with him. Matt Ryan has been known to show up in big games, hasn't had a lot of playoff success, and that's why I think I like the Seahawks in this one. I have them winning 27-23. Next up, we have Houston at New England, and the line on this game is 15 points. Is Vegas nuts? I don't know why the public thinks that this is going to be that much of a blowout. Look, I'm just going to cut the crap here. Obviously, I have the Patriots winning. Okay, when you are going up against Brock Osweiler and the quarterback on the other side is Tom Brady, I will take Tom Brady 100 times out of 100, and anybody with a brain will do the same. So that is not out of the question here. Obviously, I have the Patriots winning, though I do think this game will be close, and that's why I'm very surprised this line is as much as it is. I'm going to take the Texans and the points, but I have New England winning this game. So the Texans defense, obviously the best in the NFL. They really came out and gave Connor Cook a hard time, but again, it is Connor Cook. So I like the Texans defense to put a little bit of pressure on Tom Brady, but I can't bet against Bill Belichick. He'll find a way to scheme the Patriots into something else. LeGarrette Blount might get the running game going, though I think Houston's run defense is also good as well. But with that being said, even if the Texans have opportunities here where they stop Tom Brady, Brock Osweiler, he's not going to convert. Yes, he had a good game last week. He had a passing touchdown and he ran in for one, but he's still Brock Osweiler. He's still very immobile. He's still very inaccurate, and I have no faith in him to win this game. So I have the Patriots in this one, but just because I respect that Texans defense, and Jadeveon Clowney has been a monster as of late, I'm taking the points for sure with the Texans, and I have this game at 17-10 New England. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Steelers coming off an impressive win against the Miami Dolphins, albeit beat against Matt Moore, but their three-headed monster of Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell showed out. And this game, I like the Steelers to win this one. Yeah, I'm taking it. Vegas has the Chiefs as a 1.5-point favorite, but that doesn't matter to me much. That means these two teams are pretty much even. And the reason I like the Steelers is because I think the Chiefs' defense is quite frankly overrated. I have the numbers in front of me. They're 24th overall, 18th against the pass, 26th against the rush. Le'Veon Bell is going to eat, and he is going to eat all day against this defense. They will have no answer for him. Antonio Brown will also find success as well. One key thing here is Big Ben going to be fully ready to go? If he's a little banged up, I'm going to have to I don't want to do this, but I'm going to have to sort of hedge on my pick here, because if Big Ben's not healthy, that's a huge blow, and I would like the Chiefs in that instance. But assuming Big Ben is healthy, I like the Steelers. I know they've been inconsistent this year, but I think they've caught fire as of late. Like I said, Le'Veon Bell's been a scrimmage monster, Antonio Brown as well, and if Big Ben stays healthy, they should be able to put up points in this game. Chiefs defense is quite frankly overrated, and outside of Tyreek Hill, who's an amazing playmaker, I don't really see too many threats on this offense. Yes, I know Travis Kelce's a great tight end, but Alex Smith, I can't really see Alex Smith winning a potential shootout, if you will, in this game. And I don't really have it as much of a shootout. I have this kind of mid-scoring, but I like the Steelers in this one for the reasons I mentioned. The Steelers' defense has also been improving as well, so I think Alex Smith and company will have a tougher time than most people would think. And the Steelers beat this team back when they met, so I think the formula for success could be the same. I have the Steelers winning this one 24-19. And finally, the game that everybody is looking forward to, everybody's waiting on, every sports talk show host, every media, and ESPN and Fox, everybody's been talking about this game. Yes, that's right. Green Bay at Dallas, at Jerry World. Aaron Rodgers, the hottest quarterback in the world right now, going up against the number one team record-wise in the NFC. So last time I checked the spread, the Cowboys were a 4.5-point favorite in this one, and they deserve to be. They deserve that respect. They were the most consistent team in the NFC all season long, and they deserve to be favorites in this one. But you guys know where I'm going in this one. I'm going with that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. I'm going with Aaron Rodgers in this one. I think he's going to come out guns blazing. He's something ridiculous, like 19 touchdowns to no interception over his last 7 games. He's been crazy hot. And I know Jordy Nelson is out, but Aaron Rodgers finds a way to make receivers weapons somehow. Geronimo Allison's probably going to step in his place. I like him to do work as well. You still have Devontae Adams, who's going to catch a touchdown every game, it feels like. Randall Cobb showed big last week, and he's going to be a main part of this offense as well. And then Jared Cook, a lot of people don't understand how important Jared Cook can be. He's going to be that red zone threat, and I think he might take Jordy's place as Rodgers' red zone threat in this one, so look out for that. The main concern for me here is obviously the Packers' defense, because that is their weakness, and they have injuries piling up. But I feel like their defense has also, as the offense has caught fire, played well as of lately, playing better than they actually are. And all they need to do in this one, if the Packers are listening, if their defense coordinators are listening, just sell out. Just sell out to stop the run. Stop Ezekiel Elliott. Force Dak to throw the ball 40 times this game. Force him to throw for 300 to 350 yards. Make Dak beat you from the pocket. And if he does that, all the credit in the world goes to Dak Prescott, but I don't think he can. I think the formula for this one is going to be a shootout, and I think Aaron Rodgers will win the shootout. Like I mentioned, the Packers D is susceptible, but if they do sell out to stop this run, I like the Packers in this one. And Dallas' defense is not as good as a lot of people think. They're 31st in completion percentage and 29th in opponent passer rating. So Aaron Rodgers versus those numbers, I'm betting Aaron Rodgers every time. So I like the Packers in this one. I picked the Packers last week. I went 4-4 on all my picks, and I know a lot of those games were very predictable, but the Packers game, a lot of people were going with the Giants. No, I said I'm going with Aaron Rodgers, and I'm rolling with Aaron Rodgers in this one as well. I'm hoping he won't let me down. Let's see what happens. I like the Packers to win this one in a shootout. I have it at 33-24 Green Bay. So there you have it, folks. Those are my divisional round playoff predictions. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys agree, disagree, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.